Greetings, my friends. It's day 2, and I was actually yesterday when I made this decision to make this video diary. It was a totally spontaneous, kind of in the moment birthing of something that I have been putting off for a really long time. And as I was watching the video again last night, I really wanted to take it off because it was so vulnerable and childlike, and actually, like, just really reflecting quite unfiltered how I felt in that particular moment, which of course is the reason why I actually did it. I mean, I made a very conscious choice on one level to stop filtering everything through my adult mind and just starting to act a bit more on these natural impulses as they are arising. And yesterday morning I felt very insecure and vulnerable, and I hadn't even looked into the mirror, and I kind of all my things were starting to come up, in the night when as I reviewed that video, how fragile I was looking, how much this really very kind of in some ways quite wounded child aspect was very obvious and transparent, and I realized that this is exactly why I have been avoiding for so long to actually do these kind of videos, because I wanted to I'm very confident around certain parts, and other parts I have been shunning them down, mostly from myself, but then also after I became more familiar with them from other people. And this is actually the purpose of this journey. So, I thought, fuck it, Mona, you're gonna make sure that you're gonna have the time of your life by actually staying authentically connected to who you are, and in an approving way connected to whatever and whoever you are at any given moment in time. Because I think everything else is ultimately driven by self-hate, and by a sense of this is not good enough, and trying to restore this essential sense of self-worth through either through compliance with societal standards or values that you keep projecting into the onto people, or you just want to have actually outright approval of other people. And I think this is such a dead end, and I know this for sure, as I have been in a way living controlled by this fear for most of my life, very consciously controlled, on one level. I know about this for a very long time, and in some ways busting this bubble by being kind of consciously accessing parts that are much more vulnerable. I think that is actually part and parcel of my liberation, and of the liberation for that matter, for anyone. Because if we're not okay with aspects of ourselves that we feel are somehow inappropriate, I mean, they will forever play us from the shadow chambers of our existence, and I'm no longer willing to do that. So I'm sitting in the autumn sun now and feeling much better, as I just expressed that. And I had a really good ride yesterday, after I kind of went over this first hurdle. I started a new painting, I went to do quite a few things, I wrote a little piece, and I went to a hot yoga class. I didn't even pass out. I went to a cardio class. I don't know, I got into but it was it wasn't kind of coming from a place of I have to, I must. It was more okay, there was another inspiration, and I was following that. And I think a lot had to do with the fact that I allowed this little child in me in the morning to just be you know, shy and insecure and a little bit, you know, it was all okay. So yeah, that was my update for today, and I'm wishing you all a good day, and I see you tomorrow. Bye bye.